Hi everyone, welcome to the next picture from our very long series from Small Victories by Johanna Basford. We have the cutest little floral circle today, which I did talk about a little bit in yesterday's video if you were there. So, did you guess? I asked you to guess what colour I might do. And tomorrow's is interesting. I'm just looking, my eyes have just swept across there. We've got lots of different flowers that could be different colours, which we haven't got, I don't think, in any other. Oh, we have in one more, but it's quite, I've got one there. So there's a few. But this one, I have decided to do in, you ready for it? Drum roll. Blue violet. Now the very centres I don't want in blue violet. I want them in a yellow. It's going to be quite difficult to get that little yellow dot in there. I'm thinking I should do that first. So I just hit the tripod in my excitement. I think I will do the yellow first. I'm going to grab the light chrome yellow, sharpen it. And I think if I make that really, really intense, it might make it very difficult to put any purple on top of it, which is obviously I don't want to put purple on top of it. So if I can make this very thick layer of yellow, then it hopefully will resist the purple. If it's burnished in so hard, there won't be room to accept any more colour. So just keep going over and over till you think it's burnished. You could use a burnisher, but I don't think it's necessary. I think that's probably going to be enough. So here we go, blue violet. Now each of these little petals is quite small, as I'm sure you are very aware, so I'm thinking I would quite like to colour them darker on the outside and lighter in the middle, almost as if they're little round berries, just because it's fun. I don't think it's a very practical idea for such a small thing, and I don't think it's going to particularly look very petal-like, but it's gone really flat look since I snapped the end. I'm going to try sharpening it again, hopefully, and be a little bit more careful and not do that next time. Yeah, so I've been doing some searching for a new sofa. Now our sofa has been broken for quite some time, and I just haven't had the bandwidth to think about buying a new one. I don't sit on it, so that doesn't help matters with regards to motivation for sorting it out. And there's all sorts of sticky problems in that we can't get one up the stairs and round the corner at the top of the stairs, so it would have to be sort of hoiked in on a rope or something like that. And then finding the right one that everybody likes. In fact, we did say the children wouldn't get a choice in it because they never ever sit on it. Comfortable but practical. Upright. Husband's got a sore knee at times, so needs something upright that he can get up out of easily. And he says the reason he doesn't get up and move so much is because he's sort of trapped down in the corner of the sofa, you know. And he'd also like some storage in it, so finding something with a storage drawer. So we found some sofa beds that have storage. Some of them tip up and it's sort of under the seat, which is slightly inconvenient. Others of them have a drawer under the seat, which would be much more convenient, but they tend to be futons which are not particularly comfortable. I did find one with a drawer, and it was just gorgeous, and it was over £5,000. And I was like, no wonder it's gorgeous. You wouldn't expect it to be anything but if it was that for that price. I was like, that seems rather extravagant. So yeah, so I went back to the drawing board on that one. This is Hooker's Green. Yeah, so we looked at, like, futons tend to have drawers, sofa beds. I'm going to make it darker here, lighter at the tip for these leaves. Sofa beds are more likely to have drawers under and storage, but finding a nice one that looks comfortable is quite tricky again. And I'm not really familiar with bed shops and sofa shops and things like that. I don't shop for furniture very often. We have a place in our town that does sofas, but they only do 3 designs and none of them are suitable. Also, wanting something high means that you end up with this sort of gosh, it sounds so rude, ones from older people where they might be sort of the fabrics aren't to my taste, should we put it that way, and the style. I still want something that's quite modern looking in my head. Obviously not modern, my kids wouldn't think it was modern, but not old fashioned. Classic styles are okay, but it's been proved quite tricky. So we are still on the hunt for something. I really am not a big fan of shopping, so looking around is quite... This is light magenta. There we go. That's what I'm going to do for the background. I'm not sure if I'm done yet with my flowers, to be honest, but I'm just doing the background anyway. I think this pink with the purple is just going to look really cute. Yeah, so that's something that we're trying to sort out as well. So it's I can hear him with the tape measure. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'd quite like a nice sofa, because our guests complain that our sofa is uncomfortable, but we have guests about once a year, so we really need to remember that we should be catering for us. And these days I tend to keep guests down in my nice kitchen. My mum doesn't like doing the stairs anyway to come up to the sitting room, so she doesn't go up. So yeah, it's interesting. We're discovering all sorts of companies that make sofas that we didn't know existed before, and sort of different styles and things. There are interesting ideas, but nothing, storage in the arm or tip it up and storage on this bit and that bit. And it's very trendy to have ones that are... I'm going to go back to my blue violet. I want to emphasise the outside of those petals a bit more. A lot of them have a sort of reclining, which is not something I'm at all interested in. All they have, it seems to be the trend to have a chaise long end. So you have a sofa, for say the normal regular 3-seater sofa, then you have a chaise long on the end of it. Now, although that could be quite comfortable in some situations, I don't think it's very practical for guests, because they don't sit with your feet up. It seems a bit odd. But also our room won't accommodate a corner design, which effectively is what that is. Now I'm thinking a little bit about whether to put any shadows in here, but because everything is so dark, I don't think it's really going to show up. So I'm tempted to not. I think I'm just going to leave it, because I actually think it looks pretty cute without any shadow. But I am going to use some white again this time, because it's so dark. So this is I'm going to use a little bit of white to put some dots. Looks like my pen doesn't want to work. There we go. Some teeny dots around each central yellow part. I think it just make it look that little bit cuter. If you prefer without, go without, see what mine looks like, decide, because it's all a matter of very personal taste, isn't it? What you like, it's not what I like. There we go. I actually think they look better without, but hey ho, done now. Next time maybe I won't. we are. Another little one done. So cute. Now tomorrow's will take a bit longer because we've got 4. Well, I think these two look the same, but that one looks different. That one definitely looks different. I might do them all different. I'm not sure yet. So we've got a bit of a mix tomorrow, so it's going to be a little bit different for us. So that's that. But anyway, I am going to go now. I'm getting a bit tired of talking for a bit. Really? Does that happen? Don't know. I need a drink as well, so I'm going to go and make a drink. But thank you so much for watching. Yeah, please tune in tomorrow, see what I do. But for now, thank you. Please like, subscribe and comment, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Happy colouring.